All right, so welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I am here to guide you through chair yoga. We will practice together for 30 minutes. So just a reminder to listen to your body. Not every stretch and every pose works for every person. So if something's not feeling right, you can always skip it, come on out and modify. And things that you'll need for your practice today, you'll want a comfortable chair. So if your chair has wheels, it'll be nice to put them in a lock position if that's an option. And I really like practicing with a chair that doesn't have arms. So if you have a chair like that, that's great. If you can easily grab one, maybe there's a folding chair close by or a chair like this close by, you can easily grab that as well. And if your chair has arms, no big deal. We'll just work around them. And sometimes the arms can be helpful. They can help us move a little deeper into some of the poses. So any chair will be great. So as we start today, I just wanted to start with a passage that I came across, and I thought it ties in nicely to the yoga practice. The Navajo teach their children that every morning when the sun comes up, it's a brand new sun. It's born each morning. It lives for the duration of one day, and in the evening it passes on, never to return again. As soon as the children are old enough to understand, the adults take them out at dawn and they say, "The sun has only one day. You must live this day in a good way so that the sun won't have wasted precious time. Acknowledging the preciousness of each day is a good way to live and a good way to reconnect with our basic joy." So I really love that. And I think that's such a nice way of framing things, that, every day is a fresh start and a new beginning. And the more and more I practice yoga, I realize that every moment is a new beginning. And, I might have an intention to do a certain thing or act a certain way. And, I find that it's 4 o'clock on a Friday and I forgot about my goal. And I just say to myself, it doesn't really matter. Why don't you just start over? You can start over in this moment. Every moment is new. So I really love that story. So as we start today, let's take a seated position. We'll just take a nice comfy seated pose. So you may want to scoot towards the edge of your seat. And we'll just take a moment here to line our heels with our knees in line with hips, and shoulders over hips. We just don't want to lean forward or back too much. And we can roll out our shoulders to release them. So let's bring our shoulders up to our ears. We'll create a nice large circle. Relax your shoulders as you exhale. Let's breathe in, take the shoulders up, back and down. And one more time with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Great. As you relax your shoulders, take a moment to close your eyes and simply observe your breath. Feel your breath flowing in and out through your nose. Lengthen as you inhale and lengthen as you exhale. Maybe encouraging your exhale to be a little bit longer than the inhale. And then as you're breathing here for a moment, let's just draw the breath right into the stomach. Feel your navel rise on the in-breath and fall on the out-breath. Feel your ribs expand on the in-breath and contract on the out-breath. Feel your chest rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. And then knowing each time that you breathe, you bring life, you bring oxygen to all of the cells throughout your body. And if you'd like, you can set an intention for your practice. And intention could be anything. It could be that you want to give yourself this time to relax and to nourish yourself. It could be that you are holding tension in your neck and you want to release it. So there is no right and there's no wrong intention. Let's begin to make our way into circles for the torso. We'll begin to gently shift the weight around from side to side. And this will be great movement for getting into your low back, getting into the mid, into the upper back. And then also great for getting into the sides of the body a little bit. So we'll just find a little bit of length and we'll find a little bit of space here. And begin to circle in the other direction. So we'll just reverse that movement. And as you circle here, just feel your body reacting to the movement. As you shift to the right, maybe feel your left sitting bone and feel your left leg lifting up and lifting off of the chair a bit. Let's bring ourselves to a neutral spine here. We are going to circle the head. So imagine that there is a clock in front of you and the clock is lined with numbers. And we want to run our nose through the numbers on the clock. So we're just going to flow here with our breath, moving in a nice organic way. So always remembering there's no right and there's no wrong way to move. And then flow in the other direction. We'll just reverse that. And then coming back and through to a neutral neck. And send your chin forward. So we're just going to kind of jut our chin forward. And then we'll begin to pull our chin back. So we'll just send the chin forward and then draw it back. And then just flowing here with the breath. Good. And we're just going to circle it out here. So just move the head in any way that feels good. And then circle in the other direction. Great. Let's come to a neutral neck here. We are going to take our hands up and overhead. Let's take our right hand and reach for the left wrist. Take a full breath to lengthen and release your hands off towards the right. Almost create a little sensation that this right hand could pull your left hand off to the right. And then back on through to center. Let's change up the grip in the hands. Left hand for your right wrist. Lengthen and release to the left. Good. Let's bring ourselves back on through to center, releasing the hands down. Let's take a full breath in here. Hands will reach and stretch up. You can take your index and your thumb to touch and release the hands down. Take a full breath in, reach up, stretch up, and release. 3 more times with the breath here. Letting the hands move to the sky. Let's take a full breath in. Reach for opposite elbows here and gently shift to the left and shift to the right. So just take a nice little shift side to side. And then as you're flowing here, maybe just noticing where you're holding on to tension. And then with each exhale, letting that tension go. And to neutral spine here, let's release the hands behind our back and reach for opposite elbows. And if you can't reach for opposite elbows, just do as best as you can. Just one hand for the opposite arm. Pausing here for a moment, let's try to relax our shoulders away from the ears. So create a little bit of space here between the ears and the shoulders. And releasing. Let's float those hands onto our knees. Drop your chin to your chest on exhale. Round through your back. Let your heart float forward and let your shoulders relax from your ears. Moving through cat and dog stretch for a moment. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from your ears. We'll create that space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, round your back and imagine creating space between the shoulder blades. Bring yourself to a neutral spine here. Take your hands up, full breath, and release to the right on the exhale. So as you twist to the right, let's gaze off the right shoulder. And then just allow for yourself to move a little deeper into your seated spinal twist. Hands come back onto the center, full breath here, and release to the left. With your in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. On your out-breath, let your twist deepen. Coming back onto the center, let's realign here. Full breath in, hands reach and stretch up. Hands at your heart as you exhale. If you'd like, you can sit back into the chair a little bit. Sometimes that gives a little bit of support. And we're gonna work a little flow for our legs. So let's extend our right leg out in front, and then we'll just bring it back, plant it, extend out in front, and release. And we're just gonna take this one 7 more times. Good. Let's take a moment, plant the foot. Left leg extends out in front. And as we flow here, just noticing if you're holding the breath, it's really easy to hold the breath on this one. So try to keep your breath flowing in and out. Also, try to keep your spine straight. It's really easy to round through the spine. So we want to open our chest and open up the heart space. Good. Let's give ourselves a minute here to scoot to the edge of your seat. And holding onto the sides, legs can come out wide, and we'll just gently drop our knees to the left and the right. So this is just a little windshield wipe of your knees side to side. Good. And then as you come back to center, this time you may want to scoot to the edge of your seat, maybe hands on your hips, try to keep your spine straight. And then we're going to take our knee to our chest. We're just going to pulse it in and then release. I love working a little bit with the leg flow with chair yoga. I know when I'm sitting a lot, my legs get very fatigued and they feel very antsy. So simple movements like this just give me such a nice reset and just kind of realign everything, which I love. And we'll give ourselves a moment to pause. Take a full breath in and out. Left leg rises up when you're ready. Good. When that feels complete, let's plant both of the feet down. Scoot right to the edge of your seat again. Hold on to the sides, and we can shift to the left and shift to the right. And reset. Let's give ourselves that time to scoot to the edge of the seat again. Interlock your fingers and let's pull our right knee to our chest and into our stomach. And we are just going to create a little bit of a circular movement here. And then flow in the other direction. We'll reverse that movement. Good. Let's take a moment to draw our knee into our chest and into our stomach. So we'll use a little bit of our arm strength, a little bit of our shoulder strength to draw that leg in. And try to relax your shoulders from your ears. And then trying to stretch, but just slightly different. We are going to try to avoid our stomach and our rib cage, and we'll try to draw this knee towards the underarm area. So it just gives the hip a little bit of a different stretch. So we'll just use a little bit of arm strength, a little bit of shoulder strength here. Good. Let's bring our right foot down. Left leg rises up, fingers interlock, gentle support to the knee. And let's circle, find a little movement here. Always connect back with your breath. Make sure that you're breathing in and breathing out. Circle in the other direction. Also try to breathe in and out through your nose. That will help to keep your mind and your body calm and relaxed. Sometimes when we breathe through our mouth, it can activate the fight or flight response. And we don't want to do that. We want to keep ourselves calm. So just try to keep the breath flowing in and out through the nose. Fingers interlock, gentle support to your knee, and then let's pull that knee in here. Also notice if the shoulders are drawing to your ears. We want to relax our shoulders down, try to broaden through the collarbones. Great, this is giving us a really nice hip stretch. And we will just try that other variation of the hip stretch. So try to avoid your stomach and your rib cage and try to draw that knee to the underarm area. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Take a full breath in and full breath out. Great, let's bring our foot down. We can draw our feet nice and wide, scoot to the edge of your seat and drop to the left and drop to the right. Perfect, let's scoot ourselves back on through into our seat. We are going to take our hands up to the sky. Reach and stretch up with your right hand and create a bit of a slack on your left side. So imagine you're reaching and stretching up for something. Left hand rises, right hand slacks a bit and switch. Let's take this one side to side. Really lengthen as you breathe in and lengthen as you breathe out. Reach and stretch up to the sky. Good. Let's bring our hands right on up to the sky. Take a full breath here and begin to circle out through your wrists. And as you're circling, let's gently let our wrists relax down. So we're just going to take our hands right down to the ground. And then reverse your circle in the other direction. And then we can draw our hands right on up to the sky. And then circle in the other direction and we'll release it down. And let's just take this one at your own pace. You can move as slow or as fast as you'd like. So this is just a really nice movement just to get the circulation flowing, blood flowing to the fingertips. I know when I am, at the computer a lot typing, or I am on my phone for way too long, I feel it in my wrist. Sometimes my hand will start to feel numb. And doing a movement like this is such a great reset. It just revitalizes all the muscles and it just feels so much better. Good. Let's take that one down. We're going to just shake it out, shake out any tension that you're holding onto. Wonderful. Let's come on up to stand and we'll try out some standing poses, balance poses. So if you would like to use your chair, you can always grab your chair so that you can have a little bit of support. Or if the wall is close by, you can always grab onto the wall. Great. So let's start with our right leg up. We'll come into a variation of a half crane pose. So for this one, toes can be on your ground. Maybe lift your leg up for a 90-degree angle. And then staying here, maybe that right hand reaches to the sky. You can stay holding to your chair. Maybe you're going to reach your left hand to the sky as well. So our trick with balancing is to find one spot to focus on. We want to find a drishti, one spot to focus your concentration and to focus your awareness. We are going to release that one down, do a reset on the feet. If you need to, pick up your chair, shift it to the other side. Let's begin to lift that left leg up. Maybe lifting one hand, both hands, and feel really grounded through all the parts of your right foot. So we'll press through the inside, through the outside, And notice your body's natural tendency if you tend to roll in or you tend to roll to the outside of your foot. We can release that one down, hands release, feet reset. Let's give it a little shake out. You can just shake out your wrists and shake out your feet. Great. Coming back to center, let's square it up, feet in line with your hips. Take your hands up to the sky. Have your right hand reach for your left wrist. And then take your left foot to the right. So we'll just cross our legs. Take a nice full breath here to lengthen and release your hands to the right as you exhale. And almost create a little sensation that that right hand could pull your left hand to the right side of the room. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take ourselves back onto the center. You can change up the grip in the hands. Legs will stay just how they are. So we'll take our left hand for that right wrist and release off towards the left. Try to ground evenly through both of your feet. So inside and outside of each foot. Let's bring it back on through the center. We'll do a release on the hands and the feet. And then we'll try this one on the other side. Hands sweep up. Left hand for your right wrist. And then take your right foot to the left. Lengthen and release to the left. Try to ground evenly through both of your feet. So inside and outside of each foot. Back on through the center. Change up the grip in the hands. Release off towards the right. Try to feel that left hip pressing to the left and encourage a lateral stretch through your spine. Let's release that one. We're going to float ourselves back on up to neutral. Hands release and feet reset. And then let's just give that one a shake out again. Even a simple movement like this is just really good. You know, if I'm feeling a little fatigued or muscles are a bit tense or tight, just shaking it out, it can be that wonderful reset. Let's try our chair pose. So we'll bring our feet in line with our hips. Hands can come onto the hips to start. Drop your hips back and down. So imagine that there was a chair behind you that you wanted to sit back into. Hands can reach to the sky. Send your weight back into your heels, let your toes be a little bit lighter and almost create a sensation like your toes could lift from the mat. But we want to check in with our knees. Make sure that your knees aren't moving too far forward. So if they are moving too far forward, draw the weight back into your heels. We are going to take a yoga mudra stretch here. So for this one, your fingers will interlock, your palms will touch, and imagine that you could squeeze a pencil between the shoulder blades. Let's give ourselves a fold forward on the exhale. So as you fold down, arms can be along your back, and you can also release your arms away from your back. Try to look at the wall that's behind you. Maybe take your gaze to the ceiling that's up behind your body. Sometimes that helps us move a little deeper into our fold. You can release your hands down onto your low back, float your hands down towards the ground, and we're just gonna roll on up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Let's take our shoulders up, back, and down. Let's try a tree pose. So again, you have your chair if you need it. So if you have shoes on, you probably don't want to put your foot on your leg, right? If you have your pants on. So just let it hover. Also, if it's easy to kick your shoe off, you can do that. So you can bring your foot anywhere on the leg that feels comfortable. And you can take one of your hands up, or you can take both of your hands up. And we are just going to find that spot to focus on. Try to engage your core. Feel your tailbone tuck. Feel the navel move back and into the spine a little bit. And then try to create this long line of energy that flows through the spine. Let's release the arms. We're going to do a reset on our foot. Again, pick your chair up, send it to the other side if you need to. And then let's give it a go on the other side. Left foot rises when you're ready. Try to relax your shoulders from your ears. We'll create that space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And release. Let's do a reset on our feet, reset on the hands. Feet can come a bit wider than the hips, and we're just going to take it side to side. We'll bring ourselves into empty coat sleeve stretch. As you twist to the right, just lift your left heel up so that your toes are always moving in the same direction as your knees. We wouldn't want to move our knees in one way and have our toes in the other way. Let's come into stillness, and we'll use our chair for a moment to do a couple standing stretches. So you'll just want to be able to access the seat here. So as you access the seat of your chair, let's take a full breath in. We're going to reach and stretch up. Exhale, fold yourself down. So as you have your hands on the chair here, let's shake it out a little bit in the legs. So you can bend one knee and bend the other knee. Let your head relax yes, and let your head relax no. So if the chair is feeling far away, maybe have a really deep bend in your knees to bring that chair a little closer to you. As you come into stillness here, let's walk our hands to the right. So we'll just come into a bit of a side stretch in our folds. Ground evenly through both of your feet, inside and outside of each foot. Come on back through center. Let's bring our hands to the other side. Really lengthening here with your breath. Float yourself back to neutral. Let's lower our stomach down. We will lift up through our hearts, and tailbone will lower, crown of the head will lower. And moving through cat and dog stretch for a moment. Lengthen as you inhale, lengthen as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from your ears. We'll create that space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, round your back. Imagine creating space between the shoulder blades. Let's bring ourselves into a neutral spine here. Take a deep bend in your right knee. Let's bring our left hand to our left hip. And then as you exhale, twist to the left here. So this is a really nice open twist. And we also get a really nice IT band stretch. So we're just going to breathe into the stretch through the leg and through the side of our body. Let's do a reset back and through to center. You can release your hand down, bend deeply into your left knee. Let's take our right hand onto our right hip and twist off towards the right. With your in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. On your out-breath, let your twist deepen. Let's bring ourselves back on through to center. We can lower down the stomach. We are going to lift up through our hearts. Do a round of your spine, and let's come on up to stand. Hands can sweep right on up to the sky into prayer. And then draw your hands at your heart space as you exhale. Fantastic. Let's come down to seated. So we'll just come to how we started our time together today. So as you align and seated, maybe scoot to the edge of your seat to help you elongate your spine. Take a moment here to close your eyes. Draw your shoulders to the ears, create a nice large circle. Relax your shoulders as you exhale. Breathe in, take the shoulders up, back, and down. One more time with the breath. Inhale and exhale. And then as you're closing the eyes here, just simply observe yourself in the moment. Bring mindfulness to the moment. Observe your mind in your body. Feel your mind relax, calm, at ease. Feel your body aligned and balanced. If you came to class with tension, just feel how that has released with breath and movement. Letting the eyes open when you're ready. Thank you for joining today. It's wonderful to be here with you. I hope you have a great day today, and I look forward to seeing you in class next time. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks, Melissa.
You're welcome.
Thank you.